Hey folks, just Kurt here comparing and pointing out some of the differences on the Dyson V10 versus the V8. I just bought the V8 and literally 2 days later the V10 came out. So I had to have the V10. But anyway, I'll return the V8. I bought them from Amazon. I find the Dyson site is cumbersome as hell and slow loading, full of flash. I mean, the fancy stuff's nice, but I want to get to the point. To me, it's real hard to determine what model comes with what and why. What features or attachments you're going to need or not need. So I find that really cumbersome on their site. And it annoys me how slow it loads with all the fancy flash I think they're trying to use. Anyway, I bought them on Amazon because Amazon's great. You kind of trust the ability to return things. So I'll return this V8, this V8 Absolute. The Absolute's great. I didn't need that soft roller head that it came with, so I probably wasted $50 getting the Absolute and could have got the Animal, just so you guys know. I think the engineering designs, it's amazing how different they are, but this one, the V10, seems to make more sense to have it in line with the tube. But I always took the tube off anyway when I emptied the dustbin. You don't have to in this case, but I took it off anyway because it was easier. It was less cumbersome to dump this in the trash without that tube on. This one, you have to remove the tube, so it doesn't matter to me. Some people said they didn't want to remove the tube, but it didn't matter to me because I did it anyway. This mechanism is easy to use. I think some people said it was hard, but I find it really simple, straightforward, bang, it's out. Improvements for me, why I also wanted to trade up immediately was because the trigger room was tight here. Some people noted that it is tight, especially if you have a little larger hand. I think not making a joke here, these things might be a little sexist in that they're expecting smaller hand women to use them. But in this case, I do most of the vacuuming and I like the more trigger room. And I think the handle's still a little bit tight and the ergonomics could be improved. Some people mentioned that this area rubs on your wrist, and I agree with that. I'd like to see some ergonomic improvements on the handles in the future. But overall, they're pretty comfortable and they're light enough. This one's actually, I think, a 1/4 pound lighter. That's the other reason. I told myself I wasn't even going to trade up if this one wasn't slightly heavier. This one is like literally a 1/4 pound lighter. Battery-wise, I think they're probably going to be almost equal. You got 3 selector switch here. It's just more options. I don't know if you need it or not. I like the high power mode for the soiled areas. Those motor heads are amazing in my opinion. The motor's so small, I can't even find it. It's like teeny, but they do a great job. I think these vacuums are awesome. I've been a Rainbow user forever. And so I always like that water dirt trapping system. And I found that to be the best. That's why I never switched. But Rainbows are so darn cumbersome. I just got sick of hauling them in and out of the closet with the cords and the hoses and the water. And they're like super stubborn to pull around the house. It's like a stubborn old dog. But anyway, it seems like the engineering's better. This is one filter. It has both of 2 filters, I guess, in here. And this one has a filter here and then a filter that you pull out of the top, which I think it's better that they kind of simplified it and went to this one filter. I think the inline design's better. It might make more sense of airflow. But this works great. I have no problem. The mechanisms for releasing the dirt are simple. They seem like they're delicate and going to break, like this door hinges on plastic and stuff. But I guess they hold up. Otherwise, they'd get them back all the time. This is super simple. Some people said it was hard. I find it super easy. Click it in, click it out. Boom. I think the cradle design on the newer one is smarter in that you drop it in. I don't think they should have this hinge mechanism though. It just seems like extra engineering you don't need. The other one was a lift up and hinge in. I don't think you need all of that lift up and hinge in. It seemed way overcomplicated, especially if you're an older person and weaker and you just can't extend your arm and lift up and in. This one you just drop in, use gravity to your advantage. Anyway, both great looking machines. I love Red. I'm a Red fan, but this is a good looking product too. Either one you'd be happy with, but I'd always go for the latest and greatest. Why not? Obviously, they made changes for a reason. I know it's marketing, but I think some of the changes were smart. So anyway, just want to give you guys a heads up on these things, a little information. I bought them on Amazon, like I said, and I find the Dyson website to be kind of clumsy and slow. You gotta have patience to have it load, but you don't really know what comes with what until you really dig down to the bottom of the page. It takes forever to load, and I thought I got that little mini power head with this, but I did not. But I don't really need it. I found that all I needed was this and the 2 little tools that it comes with, and that's all I needed. And bang, you're done. In terms of battery life, I think it's great. It makes it vacuuming so much easier with these small units, so you tend to do it more often, so you don't need the longest battery life in the world. But that's all I've got for now. And thanks for listening. Bye.